Ever stayed in a job you hated way longer than you should have? Or maybe you've looked at your bank account and wondered why you bought that expensive gadget you've used exactly once. And let's be honest, who hasn't felt that knot in their stomach when the stock market takes a dip, urging you to sell everything right at the bottom? If you're nodding your head, take a deep breath. You aren't broken and you aren't irrational. You are simply a human being trying to run high-end video editing software on a computer built in the 1990s. Welcome to this summary episode of The Art of Thinking Clearly by Rolf Dobelli. Today, we are going to look at why your brain, which was engineered for a hunter-gatherer environment of scarcity and saber-toothed cats, is constantly tripping you up in the modern digital world. Rolf Dobelli, the author, isn't writing from an ivory tower. He's a Swiss entrepreneur and CEO who started collecting these mental errors in a notebook for a very selfish reason. He had made some money and he was terrified of losing it to his own stupidity. He realized that while he couldn't guarantee success, he could systematically eliminate the errors that destroy it. He calls these cognitive errors, bugs in our human operating system. Let's look at the first bug, one that keeps us trapped in the past. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. Picture this. You're at the movies. You paid $15 for a ticket, but 20 minutes in, you realize the movie is a disaster. Do you leave? Probably not. You think, I paid for it. I better get my money's worth. Dobelli points out that this is pure madness. The money is gone. It's a sunk cost. By staying, you are just paying a second cost, your time, to justify the first one. We do this in business with failing projects and in life with bad relationships. Rational thinking demands that you forget the past expense and look only at the future assessment.
But admitting we were wrong is painful. Our brains will do anything to protect our egos, which leads us to the mother of all misconceptions, confirmation bias. This is the mental filter that lets in information that agrees with us and blocks out anything that contradicts us. If you believe you're in a great relationship, you'll focus on the one time they brought you flowers and ignore the 10 times they were disrespectful. To fight this, Dobelli suggests we act like Charles Darwin. Whenever Darwin found facts that contradicted his theories, he wrote them down within 30 minutes before his brain could delete them to protect his ego. You have to actively hunt for the evidence that proves you wrong. Now, fighting your own brain is hard work. So when we are unsure, we usually just look at what everyone else is doing. This is social proof. On the prehistoric savannah, if your friend started running, you ran too. You didn't stop to ask if there was actually a lion. That herd instinct saved your life then. But today, it makes you buy products you don't need just because they have 5-star reviews, or panic sell your stocks because everyone on cable news is screaming recession. Just because 50 million people say something foolish doesn't mean it isn't foolish. But we don't just mimic the crowd, we also mimic successful individuals, often falling for the swimmer's body illusion. We look at professional swimmers with their incredible physiques and think, if I swim that much, I'll look like that. Dobelli flips this logic on its head. They don't have those bodies because they swim. They are excellent swimmers because they were born with those bodies. It's a selection factor, not a result. We see this in university marketing and cosmetics ads, confusing the ticket with the destination.
Even if you clear away these illusions, you still have to make choices. And in the modern world, we assume more choice is better. Dobelli calls this the paradox of choice. In a famous experiment, a store sold 10 times more jam when they only displayed 6 flavors compared to 24. Why? Because too many options cause decision fatigue and paralysis. We become so obsessed with making the perfect choice that we often make no choice at all, or we choose and then feel miserable, wondering if the other option was better. The solution? Don't be a maximizer, be a satisficer. Set your criteria, find the first option that meets them, and buy it. Good enough is surprisingly perfect. So, how do we tie all this together? If our brains are full of bugs, how do we succeed? Dobelli offers a mental model called via negativa. It comes from the story of Michelangelo carving the statue of David. When asked how he created such a masterpiece, he reportedly said, "I just removed everything that was not David." We often don't know what makes us successful or happy. There's too much luck involved. But we usually know exactly what destroys success. We know that the sunk cost fallacy drains our bank accounts. We know confirmation bias makes us stubborn. We know social proof makes us followers. The strategy is simple. Stop looking for the magic bullet. Instead, focus entirely on avoiding the bullet. You don't need to be smarter or find new ideas to win. As Dobelli puts it, you just need to be less stupid. If you can systematically chip away at these errors, removing the irrationality that isn't you, success tends to take care of itself. Thanks for listening to this summary of The Art of Thinking Clearly. If you want to upgrade your operating system further, check the link in the description to grab the book. Until next time, keep chipping away at the stone.